Guys, just look at all of those branches. All of them are just breaking off because the weight is way too heavy to hold all of the snow. Wow. Just look at that. Wow.
Okay, stick.
That's insane.
Sure.
Svetlana, the firefly in the room.
Hello houseplant friends and welcome back to my channel. Guys, today I want to share a video that I'm not really sure if I want to share it. One of you asked to make this video, so I always listen to you guys. Your opinions, your questions always matters, so today I will share this painful question that you asked. So today I want to show you 5 plants that I regret buying, and by saying regret, I like really regret. And some of reasons will be because of the plant itself, some of the reasons will be because of timing or my environment. So just be prepared for different stories, different plants. And disclaimer, we'll start not that bad. We'll start from the simplest stories, but we will end this video with a bang. So prepare an antidepressant pill maybe, or a shot. I don't know, probably after filming this video I'll need a shot as well. So without further ado, let's just talk about my plans. But before doing so, I just wanted to remind, maybe please consider subscribing to this channel and liking this video and commenting something. Let's chat about plants, about our shameful plants in the comment section down below. But right now, let's talk about my plants. So let's start calmly. I have a bunch of plants over here. Okay, so let's start from Philodendron. So I have Philodendron Imperial Red. This is that baby in my beautiful hand-painted terracotta pot. But this is a big Philodendron, and actually he was so much more happy when I got him. He had at least double the leaves than he has right now, and this is the newest leaf that came during the winter, and as you can tell, it's so much smaller and it's more wrinkly. It's really not happy. So this plant was attacked by thrips, so I had a lot of work to do with it, and on the way it lost lots of leaves. So why do I regret buying this plant? Well, first of all, they always thrive during the summer months. They just love sun, and when they stand in my balcony, they just like, oh my gosh, so happy, growing new leaves one by one and just living their best life. But whenever winter comes, they just start to throw off the leaves. They start to be not as happy, and actually these leaves should be burgundy. They should be very nice purpley colored, and since it's not very sunny in Lithuania right now, as you can tell, all of the leaves became almost green, and this is not why I bought this plant. I bought this plant particularly for huge burgundy leaves, so that's why I'm a little bit disappointed, and I know that this is my fault. This is not this plant's fault, but I probably should have just buy the green version, and I think it would be so much happier in my home. But who knows, we are already halfway through winter, so soon summer should come, soon so much more sun will come to my home, so hopefully I will be able to share a little bit more positive updates on it, because for the last couple times I showed you this plant, every single time I was complaining about something. So sometimes we just have these kind of plants. Next plant actually I just got last weekend. You saw my unboxing, and you probably would think that I'm talking about my marble queen pothos, but no, I'm talking about my black coral sansevieria. Actually, I was so pumped when I saw that local plant shop got it, because in the picture it looked so dark. It was almost black, hence the name black coral, right? So when I saw the picture, I fell in love with this dark green color, and I just was like, oh my gosh, I need it, because I am collecting sansevierias. I have at least 20 of them, I think. different sansevieria. So I thought, wow, this would be so contrasting with my white sansevierias, with my yellow sansevierias, and with my simple trifastiatas, you know. But when I got it, it wasn't that dark. I'm pretty sure that the shop staff used some filters in the pictures, and as you can tell, it looks like a simple trifastiata, to be honest. I have couple trifastiatas next to me, and I mean, look at this one. I have pretty big one. This one actually, I'm sorry, there's a paint from our renovations, but this one is actually was for free. This is from my mom's workplace, and this is a pretty funny story about this plant, but I got it for free, and look at it. It's almost the same color. Yes, this one is a little bit darker. I can tell it from, you know, putting them side by side, right? But is it that big difference? I mean, was it worth it when I have this size of a plant? I mean, it's pretty big plant. And that's not it. I have more. Bam, another one. Just look how they look so similar, guys. Oh my gosh. So this one is actually a rescue. I got it last winter, I think. And I had only one leaf. This is the leaf. And finally it's starting to grow new leaves, and as you can tell, they're getting bigger and bigger, so I'm really happy about this plant. And it was for free. This one wasn't. And once again, is it that a big difference? I mean, the newest leaves are so much lighter, yes, but the older leaf is completely the same, just like this one. Maybe this is a Sansevieria black coral. I mean, I don't know, because this is a rescue, so that's why I am not as happy as I thought I will be with this Sansevieria, because I mean, it's a beautiful plant, don't get me wrong, it's cute, I love how tall, how compact it is, I cannot wait to repot it and have it in my collection, but this is just not what I was looking for, if that makes sense. So I kind of regret buying this, honestly. Okay, next plant is actually a plant from IKEA. I showed you it maybe a couple months ago or so, just before the lockdown once again happened in Lithuania. I went to IKEA with my sister and I bought a couple plants. Spoiler alert, both of them are not living their best lives. I don't know what's happening, but I'm pretty sure that I am the main reason for this plant dying off. So I am talking about my Paelia. This is sad, guys, this is so sad. There's actually some still from our, you know, renovations work. Some of my plants have some souvenirs, but anyway, this is Paelia that was such a full plant. All of its leaves were just huge. It was first time I saw Paelia with so many large leaves, and it was just insanely beautiful. But I carried it home in simple plastic bag without any protection from the winter cold, and that was my main mistake. IKEA is not wrapping plants, you know, so I actually did not thought too much about it because it wasn't freezing cold outside. But it seems like Paelia is a very fragile plant. I'm not sure if this plant will survive. I mean, even this leaf, as you can tell, is already almost a goner, so this will go. And I don't even bother repotting it, to be honest, because it has a lot of space. I took this plant off to see for the roots, and the roots looked pretty fine, so there still is so much space, and I thought I will repot it in spring. But will it survive till spring? I'm not sure. So why I regret buying this plant? I'm not regretting buying Paelia itself. It's not my first Paelias. I have a couple on my shelf, but specifically this Paelia I bought during cold winter days and did not thought about some protection from winter cold. And this is on me, this one is on me, and I regret buying plants from IKEA during winter time. Okay, and since we are over, you know, not that bad plants, I mean, this one wasn't really happy, you know, let's get to the worst plants. So right now I have 2 plants left, and each of them, they're bad. They're horrible, guys. Let's start about the horrible plants with my Hindu rope Hoya. So this is Hoya carnosa compacta, and it's really sad. First of all, my boyfriend threw it from the shelf at least couple times. I don't want to talk about it. But this is just really sad plant. I actually shared a cutting with Hoya of this plant, and I hope she will, rescue this plant and it will survive in her care, because I gave her pretty decent cutting. In my home, Hindu ropes are just dying. And I mean, I have many more Hoyas that are doing perfectly fine, but for some reason, just Hindu ropes Hoyas, they're just not my thing. And I actually tried to rescue it. As you can tell, it was actually a very bushy plant. It had at least 6 branches, I think, this size. And I tried to cut 2 of them and propagate them into water, but they just turned yellow and died off. And this one, I don't think this one will last for long as well. So I just already feel about it like a goner, and I just let it die. You know that feeling when you love your plant so much, and when it's thriving, it just makes you so extremely happy, but then it starts to die off and you don't understand what is going on, and it just looks worse and worse, and you just get over this plant. You're like, fluff it, die. I don't flipping care. Just die on me. I don't want to see you anymore. Just die a little bit more so I can throw you away and don't look at you anymore. That's how this plant makes me feel. That's really sad. And I know that I am a plant rescuer and I rescue such plants from the outside, but it just makes me extremely mad. This particular plant makes me so mad. This is not my first Hoya Hindu rope, and probably not the last one. Okay, first of all, if you lasted this long in this video, thank you so much. I just love when people listen to my whines for so long. But right now, guys, I mean, I need to go a little bit far behind because this is a big plant, and I can bet you haven't seen that sad plant on YouTube for at least forever. Oh my gosh, guys, this is... what a shame! Actually, I don't regret buying this plant, but I regret asking for that plant. So this is actually a plant that I got for Christmas, and most of you were so excited to see it because this is not that common. And I mean, it was the first time when I saw this plant in Lithuania, so I was extremely pumped. And I talked about this with my boyfriend, and he surprised me with this plant and put it under the Christmas tree. And when I saw it, I was... oh my gosh, I was over the moon. But weeks started to pass and I was trying to keep it alive in my pretty dry apartment because I have only one humidifier and it always runs in this area, so that huge plant wouldn't fit in here. So I was keeping it in back there where the monstera is right now, and it did not receive a lot of moist weather, of humidity. So it was pretty dry. And let me show you guys. Do you hear it? There it is. I feel horrible. But here is my variegated ginger plant, or what is left out of it, because when I don't hold it, this is it. This is my pride and joy. This is so sad. So I put it back on the ground because it's very loud. But this is my ginger plant that I regret asking for, because when talking about it with my boyfriend, I just did not thought that my apartment is that dry. I mean, this was completely my fault. I should not have asked for this plant, and I regret doing so because I know that my boyfriend spent the money on it, and right now actually he's really sad when he see that his present is dead. It's dead, and I feel totally responsible for it. I was trying to spray it with water. I was keeping the humidifier for at least 8 hours in this room, and it still wasn't enough for this ginger plant. So obviously he should grow outside probably, and outside should be pretty humid as well, so this is not a plant that I would recommend for any of you buying, and if you do, you probably should keep it in some growing tent, or I don't even know. I mean, this is not a plant that you would put in a terrarium because it's a huge plant. It's pretty big and massive plant, and it requests a lot of care. And if you want a plant like this to be a little bit more colorful and shape similar to this one, I would recommend probably try out calatheas, you know, prayer plants, because I know they're tricky as well, but trust me, they're not as tricky as this ginger plant. This is insane how tricky it was. It took him not full month to die, and I was watering it. I mean, I did everything I could, and it died. So I mean, I have a ton of plants and not that many of them are dying, but this one, he wins the first place, you know, in the race. So yeah, here we are. I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm showing you this shameful things, but not all of them are shameful, but most of them I regret buying, I regret asking for, and sometimes life is disappointing, you know? And even though I have so many plants that I am so proud of, for example, as you can tell, my variegated monstera is putting out a new leaf. Oh my gosh, cannot wait for it to unfurl because it looks so white. Oh my gosh. So anyway, these are the plants that I am not proud of, but at the same time, this is a circle of life, you know? There are some bad plants, there are some good plants, but all in all, I'm just glad that I owned them. I'm glad that I know my, you know, possibilities with plants, and I'm gladly know that I should never ever buy a ginger plant. so yeah, so that's all of my plants that I regret buying, getting, having. So let me know in the comment section down below, do you have such kind of plants, and if you do, what is your story? I would love to hear a little bit more stories like this, because we're all human, and whenever other people fails, it makes us feel a little bit better, because it's always horrible when you're the only one failing, you know? But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more dying and thriving plants, you never know. Don't forget to like this video if you did like this video, and let's chat in the comments, and I will see you very soon. Bye!